One of the reasons your lawn might suck is because of issues with the pH. Let's have a talk about how you can identify it and fix it. G'day and welcome to a new video with heaps been going on the back lawn with a massive renovation out the back there, building my veggie garden, things like that. I haven't been paying as much attention to this front lawn and I haven't really updated much out here for a while, it feels like. So I am really kicking into gear with it now to try and tuck it off in autumn, make the most of that nice autumn weather, make the most of the heat that's left over here in southeast Victoria and get it into some really good shape. Now it has recently out here been not growing very well at all, especially on this nature strip. It is really struggling. I've been digging out by hand a lot of paspalum recently, but especially if you just stop here and look in this area, you can see bits of kikuyu there that have got, you know, area to spread into, but there's also a bit of paspalum, bit of exposed soil. So yeah, look, if I want to have a nice green lawn throughout autumn and winter this year, like I had last year when I did the rye overseed, needs a bit of work. Yeah, I haven't cylinder mowed this front lawn for a little while now. I've just been running over it with the rotary mower every now and again. I have no idea why, but for some reason I had a lawn tips mix application in for last week when I was doing my back lawn renovation. Whoever thought that was going to be a good idea? So that became a little bit overdue, and I did, when I was seeing some really good results pre-Christmas, I kind of backed off on some of my applications. So I did do a full soil analysis. I got a full soil analysis done in sort of October. My main two issues were deficiencies in potassium and sulfur, and my pH was a little high. So I turbocharged my normal program, and then I kind of, saw great results. And like I said, dropped off on certain things, and I've had other priorities recently, and so yeah, here we are. But yesterday I got the lawn tips mix applied. I'm a little bit low on the spring mix. I've got sort of one application's worth of product for the back lawn. So yeah, I applied the winter mix out the front here, which has got a little more of that potassium and phosphorus in it to help strengthen the root system, which is going to be great for this lawn, as well as my specialized potassium product that I bought when I got that soil test back. When I did my sulfur application in spring, actually might have been started December in the end, late November maybe, but at that time I bought extra of that product, and so I could have two applications, and I actually at one stage thought it was a waste, but now I need to use it again. Now this lawn has always struggled in, I think it's been just under a year and a half that we've lived here, and it has struggled the whole time except for when I did that rye overseed. So clearly the rye could thrive in this soil, but overall it's been thin, it's been wispy, it's been struggling. And so I have done a couple of basic pH tests. So you can get a pH test kit like this from Bunnings for, I think, like 20-25 bucks. My full soil analysis I got through Emma at Lawn Care Australia for $100, worth every cent. You could easily waste $100 on products on doing the wrong thing to your lawn. So to me, it's a pretty good investment. So yeah, you can do this, just get a bit of soil, put it on the thing. The instructions in here are great, so I don't need to explain all that to you. But yeah, I'm keen to get this sulfur out on the lawn. So what I'm applying today is sulfate of ammonia, and you know, it is a product that you do need to be careful with, which I'll talk about in a second. But essentially you want your pH to be around about 6.5, kind of in that neutral range, to make the soil a great condition for it to grow. If your pH is too high, you need to apply sulfur or sulfate. If it's too low, you need to apply a lime product. So here's what I'm talking about with falling off on those product applications, probably not watering this enough as I really should. It has kind of fallen away. There's a spot over here where I did a reel on Instagram where I put some sprigs from my scarifier, and they've kind of taken in there pretty well, but they're still establishing, and I haven't been hand watering this spot enough. And yeah, anyway, so here is that product, granular sulfate of ammonia. I actually can't remember how much it is for the 5 kilo bag, but yeah, I need about 7.5 or so kilos to go out across the entire front lawn. Something that I don't do with normal granular fertilizers. So the fertilizers I use, I need 2 kilo per 100 squares. 180 is these 5 areas added together. So I'll just put 3.6 kilos into the spreader and go around one at a time, doing each section and getting it nice and even. Something, because this, oops, bit of paint, because of how this product can really easily burn your lawn, and you really do not want to over apply it. I actually like to measure out per section, and straight away, as soon as I've applied onto that section, start watering it in immediately, basically. And you don't want to take any chances with watering it in. Make sure any section that has had the product applied to it, you get water on it, and give it a really good amount of water. Not stupid to the point of runoff and things like that, but really want to make sure it's not going to burn your lawn. Especially now, not too bad if I cause burn to my lawn now because there's still warmth and good growing weather. It would come back before the cooler months, but you still need to be careful. The instructions say to lightly water your lawn beforehand, so we'll do that and then get into it. Helps if the tap's on. That spreader there was like really blocking up and just not distributing evenly, and even then I was like going click 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 because it was just shooting out a heap right at the start. So I actually, across all those sections there, I'm fairly comfortable, except for this section in the end, how evenly I distributed all of the product. But I am just a bit a bit worried about this one. Didn't appear to be clogged up, the spreader, but yeah, anyway, done the best I can. I guess I'll try give that spreader a bit of a clean out, but anyway. Well, definitely is a lot of stuffing around getting those products down, but now I can just let these sprinklers run. There's a little corner here and probably up in that back corner up there where I will get the hose, and I'll need to hand water those just to make sure that those areas definitely go in nicely. Yeah, in the end, the amounts that I wanted, it all worked out perfectly for nothing left in the bag. So that is good, and I'm sure we'll get a nice green up, especially from the nitrogen that comes in that sulfate of ammonia product. Yeah, it's really that nitrogen you really got to be careful of with burn. So yeah, I've really stood over those hand watered sections, given them as much as I can, and yeah, just hopefully no burn would be ideal. So I've got a scalp and scarify coming up on the front lawn next week to really clear out the dead stuff and freshen it up for autumn, which I'm really looking forward to. And now out in the backyard, would you look at that? Can't see anything because it's so washed out. One sec. Getting really nice, beautiful green growth, shoot through here. Some really great patches out on this perimeter. Maybe that will look a little bit better. You can see that really nice haze of green. Something I actually always tend to find with a reno is there is one particular day you come out and you just go, wow, that exploded overnight. And today was one of those days. Really nice coverage of good green growth, and yeah, I just don't think it is ever really going to come up well. I need to get an ND filter. Ben told me about that just on the phone this morning actually. So also, hopefully the music's been really good in this video, and thanks to Ben if it is, and if it's not, leave hate comments on his videos. And actually, I do want to say, for those people that have commented and said that there's been issues with music and stuff at times, and you know, just the really nice nature of those comments, not saying this is junk, but just saying, hey mate, just so you know, it's a little bit loud. I think it's mainly for people that watch on TV, not on their phone or computer or whatever. But anyway, big thank you to those people who nicely and respectfully have left a comment to say, hey mate, just so you know, I think you might need to play with the sound a little bit. So thanks for that. But yeah, I am gonna come out here with my leveling rake just before my lunchtime water. So I have just been watering twice per day, because from my 5 a.m. water, you can see a bit of paspale in there, because from my 5 a.m. water, we haven't been having any issues with drying out, you know, until that sort of 12, 1 o'clock water, which is awesome. So yeah, just watering twice a day at the moment, and even yesterday 32 degrees, and 5 a.m. and a midday kept it damp until sort of 5 p.m. So happy days. So thank you for watching that video. Make sure you sort out that soil pH if you're having issues. Have a look at getting a soil test done. I'm going back to painting this fence before I can finally get some palings on this veggie garden. Cannot wait for that. So yeah, thanks very much for watching the video. Make sure you hit subscribe if you have enjoyed it, you are enjoying the videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.